Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have not seen any of my previous videos, my name is Serena and I am here to do a new makeup look today. I had done one of those Insta multiple choice thingies in my story, and the look that won was a glowy evening glam. So I am going to attempt to get the most glowy look or glowy skin and do a simple evening glam, maybe with a bold lip. But yeah, if you want to see how I get through this and end up with a glowy look, please keep watching. All right, so when I think of glowy looks, I would think number one thing you gotta make sure is your skin. You're taking care of your skin, you're washing your face after using makeup, you're moisturizing, and I think that would be the number one step to get a nice glowy look. So I'm actually gonna start with moisturizer. You can do whatever works for you. I just have my Tatcha water cream, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of it just to moisturize. And I will show you guys a couple other things that you can do to add glow to your makeup. I'm using very tiny bit because I'm already moisturized, but this should be the number one step, I think. I'm not a professional makeup artist, but hey, I think anyone could say that your skin needs to be prepped right for the makeup to look nice and have that healthy glow, I guess. And then I'm actually gonna use my, I don't know how to say it properly, but Mario Badescu, whatever. I'm gonna use the spray and just a few times. I find this to just, it helps add moisture to my face, and it's just worked really good whenever I try to get a non-dry, like not a drying look. I don't even know if that makes sense, but you know, like when the foundation just starts to look cakey. And then I'm actually just gonna go in with my e.l.f. Cosmetics Blemish Control Primer. This is another thing, a lot of people don't prime, but like I am keeping makeup on for a while, I will always prime. Even when I do looks for Instagram and just take pictures and quickly take it off, I still prime. Because you can tell in pictures if your pores are coming out. So let that sit for a minute just to kind of not have it slip around if you just go in with the foundation right away. So yeah, let it sit for a minute and then we will go in with the foundation. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD. The reason I'm picking this one is because it's more of a medium to full coverage, and it just has more of a sheen to it compared to like my regular. I usually use either Wet n Wild Photo Focus or the Fenty Pro Filter, and those, I do have normal to dry skin, so those are usually more mattifying, and this one just adds a little glow without drying it up a bit. So we'll take this guy. And I'm actually going to be using my Makeup Revolution drops in the color Champagne. This is the liquid highlighter. Yeah, liquid highlighter drops. And this will I just mix it in with my foundation just to add extra glow. And just do like a couple drops. There, maybe one on the forehead. Oh. Just tiny bit. And then I'm going to go in with my I'll go in with my foundation brush. So I love using a brush because especially around the nose, it just gets in that little groove really nicely, and it just spreads the product really well, I believe. But for me, it definitely leaves it a little bit streaky, so I always go in with the sponge after I've spread the foundation everywhere and just kind of dab it around to get rid of any streak, like any of the streak lines, any of the streaks. And I'm just using my Juno sponge. All right, so my foundation's on. I'm actually gonna take the spray one more time. I go pretty crazy with it, but I really find it just gives that glow. And I'll dab it around with the sponge just to kind of make it make a blend into the foundation. All right, so next we're gonna go in with the concealer, and I'm actually gonna, usually I just go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, but this could be drying, so I'm actually gonna be mixing my LA Pro concealer. I'm gonna do a dab of this, and then I'm gonna go in with a darker shade of the Pro concealer and go over it. Oh, wow, okay. It's the only thing with these little things. I think I've like splashed the concealer all over before because I squish it too fast. But yeah, there you go. Do a little down the nose, a little on the forehead, and a little down here. All right, so I have concealed, and now we're just gonna set it with, I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier. Powders can be tricky because if you have too chunky of a powder, it'll make your face look cakey and dry. So you always wanna kinda get a powder that's finely milled, so it's really just light, almost like dusts your face. So yeah, for me, I use the Laura Mercier or the Coty Airspun as well. So I'm just gonna, so right before I set it, I actually go in with the sponge to get rid of any lines because they literally get created within seconds. So just go in, make sure it's smooth as hell. And, oh, the funny faces you make when you do your makeup, wow. But yeah, then I'm just gonna go in. I use a brush. You could use a sponge, but this one's been working. Or it's quicker, I guess, that's probably why I use it. And I just kind of dab it, so I don't brush it, I dab it on. All right, so I've just set my under eye because I'm actually gonna be going in to contour with a cream, and I'm using the NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Deep. And we're just gonna, I didn't want to powder the rest of my face because then I would have powder. Sorry for blocking the view. I'm still trying to learn how to contour. I don't think I do it right, my nose, but I attempt every time. And I'm just gonna use my brush and blend it out. And always blend it in towards your hair. All right, so I'm contoured. I look like a mess, but I'm gonna spray myself one more time. Okay, so I am just gonna go in with my Juvia's Place blush in the color Belle. I'm literally gonna dust it and even like put it on my arm and just dab it. You could use cream as well because I feel cream will be less drying than any powders, but I just like the shade, so. Ooh, might have gone a little too ham, but that's okay. It looks so weird when you're fully covered, but your lashes are gone, nothing's there. And it doesn't help when my eyebrows bald from this side. But yeah, so that's my full face. All right, so the one thing I want to say is I mostly only set under my eyes and usually the areas that I conceal or highlight, so it's usually in this area. But if I'm trying to go for more of a glowy look, I usually just set the areas that I know that crease. For me, it's definitely under eyes, and sometimes I get smile lines, so you can kind of set it there. I didn't actually set it today, but that would be the other recommendation. If you powder your whole face, right away you're kind of mattifying it, so I don't think it's gonna help with getting the natural glow. So this way, like if you see it right now, the light's kind of reflecting and it's nice. It just has a like nice little shine to it. But yeah, so that's another thing that I don't do. I don't powder my full face if I'm trying to go for a full glowy look. I'm gonna do my eyes next, and I'm gonna be using the Soft Glam. This is like a must. It's my favorite palette to use, even though it's fully there and it doesn't look like I use it, but this is like one of my favorite palettes. I can literally throw it into my bag if I'm going somewhere, and I know that I can create multiple looks with it. So we're just gonna do, I think I'm gonna keep it pretty simple, but I'm just going in, I'm actually going in with burnt orange right here. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at the mirror down here. And I'm just putting the shade all over the lid. All right, so I've just gone over both the eyes, and I have put burnt orange all over my lid. And I'm actually using my e.l.f. cosmetic brushes. That one was, I think it was a concealer brush, but I use it as my blending. And the next color I'm gonna take is Sienna. And I'm just gonna add it in this corner just to kind of warm up this this area. But yeah, just to warm up that area. All right, so I have just gone in with that on both eyes, and next I'm gonna take this black shade and I'm gonna use it as a liner. I'm just gonna kind of do a smudge cat eye. So we're just gonna I'm actually gonna just leave it. I'm not gonna bring it all the way into the corner of my eye. And then I'm gonna take the same sienna shade that I used in the corner, and I'm gonna just go over that black with the same brush. Just kind of softens up the cat eye. There you go. Gonna do the other eye, and yeah. Okay, I did say I wasn't gonna bring it in. I actually just forgot that I wasn't supposed to bring it in, and I went into the corner. Don't know why. But then so you can just bring it in and just smudge it a little bit to not have such a harsh line. And I kind of poke myself so my eyes watering. All right, so I just kind of finished blending the liner. And I'm gonna take sienna, and I'm gonna actually just do my lower lash as well. Just gonna go all the way in, kind of buff it out and smoke it out. Put a little black in the end. There you go. And I'm actually gonna do my brows off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back with my brows, my dark ass brows. I used my Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony, and I'm actually just gonna use my Anastasia and I'm Razy highlighter. I was gonna do this at the end, but let's highlight so we can so I'm gonna highlight to add more of that glowiness. And I'm using a round domed brush, but I'm actually just gonna tap the highlighter in the areas instead of at first. So I'm just gonna tap it, and then I will just do like small circular motions from the flatter side of the brush. And I'll kind of take it into my eye. You could I've easily gone overboard with highlighting. I'm gonna do the chin. I'm gonna use my pinky for my nose, little nose highlight. I used to just do the whole line before, but that's not too natural. This is somewhat less of a line and more natural. And then I'm also gonna do my forehead part just in the center a bit. I'm just gonna tap it on. I'm not gonna actually, because this area is already nicely glowed up. So, and then you can always just take your sponge if you feel you've done too much, and also just to help it blend into your skin and more natural instead of like an outside line of a highlighter. And yeah, there you go. So I'm actually just gonna do my lashes off camera as well, but before I do that, I'm actually gonna spray myself one last time with this, and after that I'm just gonna do my lashes and a lip color, and then I will be back for the final reveal. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. I did realize that I did more of a red eye and a pink lip, but hey, who gives a shit? So yeah, this is my version of the Glowy Evening Glam, and I used Jeffree Star Androgyny on my lips. But yeah, I think this look turned out really nice. Let me know what you think. Leave me some comments. Let me know if you liked something I did, if something I did and you haven't seen before, something I didn't do that I could benefit from, please let me know. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I don't know where the button is, but subscribe. I know that I'm a little tiny channel, but I'm gonna be putting out more content and just more beauty type of videos for now at least. And yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna be back with the little challenge next week, maybe in a couple weeks. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Follow me on Instagram, that's where I'm mostly active. It's Face Your Mirage. Facebook, Twitter, Snap. So thank you again for watching today's video. I hope to see you next time. Bye.